Expected weight loss with bariatric weight loss surgery.
It's too big, too big. It's too big, too big.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I'm TooBIG. Today I wanted to discuss expected weight loss with bariatric weight loss surgery. I'm set to have my surgery here on October 17th, and I just wanted to talk about how much I may be expected to lose, or you may be expected to lose, with either gastric sleeve or gastric bypass. Before I do that, I just wanted to thank each and every one of the new subscribers to my channel. It is 100% greatly appreciated. I'm seeing a lot of new subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below for new content. I post about 3 to 4 times a week with either daily, type vlogs with me and my family to let you know the progress and everything that's going on with my journey. And then also I do a video quite like this one that just is basically set to the topic of weight loss surgery. So let's get into it. So statistics, online would show that it's typical for anyone, going on their journey with gastric sleeve or gastric bypass, and those two different types of procedures have a little bit of a gap between the amount on the high end and the low end for the amount of weight that's expected to lose. Now, I've personally have not had the surgery yet. I'm set for my surgery on October 17th. However, I've done everything that I can to lose, weight up until my surgery date. And to this date, I started the program back in March, but in January I was 581 pounds. Currently today, jumping on the scale, I'm 580 pounds. So working on 80 pounds right now, and my goal obviously is to get to 100 pounds total lost by the time that I go in for surgery. So well on my way. I know I'm going to get there, but in looking in the statistics for the expected weight loss, and there's many resources that are out there. I will link some of those below, but some will show that for gastric sleeve, it's about a 50 to 60% of any excess weight based off of the scale for what your weight should be for the height and weight that is normal. And whatever normal is by medical standards, we can all debate that in another video. But for gastric bypass RNY, which I'll be having, it's anywhere from like 60 to 70% of any excess body fat that you have, the weight. So for every 100 pounds overweight, you're going to lose about 70% of that. Now those are kind of the high and low end, but there's also statistics to prove that there's individuals, whether they're on gastric sleeve or gastric bypass, that will actually lose more than that. And then there's also some, and let's be realistic, that there are some out there that will lose much less than that. I think a lot is the work that you put into it. My personal belief is 90% of diet, if you want to say, or lifestyle change, but 90% of dropping weight is what we put in our mouths, what we put in our body to fuel us. 10% being you should exercise, and you should get out there and exercise, with no doubt. Now, I'm no expert. I'm only saying this by information that I read, information that I gather with other individuals that I've spoken with. But I wanted to address this because even for myself, I went looking for a long time at this and just saying to myself, I really wonder how much I'm going to be a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 2 years from now. So in the resource that I'll link below, you can actually put in your information. You can put in your height, weight. It'll ask, I believe, your gender, all of these different variables. You plug that in, and it'll give you a breakdown between either gastric sleeve or gastric bypass, and it'll give you, based off of months. So it'll give you like a 3-month projection, a 6-month, a 12-month, and it'll give you on the high end and the low end as well. And it'll give you some additional information, something very, very worth looking at. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And there's individuals out there in various Facebook support groups that I'm a part of that ask this question daily because they want to know any weight that you lose from where you are right now. If you are overweight or obese, super obese, morbidly obese, however you want to categorize it, is getting you to one step closer to being healthy. And you've got to take that leap. You got to do some. Everybody's path is not always the correct path, but it's the path that the person chooses that makes it the correct path. Weight loss surgery obviously is not for everybody, but you have to put in the work. You have to have the drive and determination, and you have to have the research, and you really have to do your homework on this. Everybody has this facade of there being a magic pill or a magic solution, and there just isn't one. But check out these resources if you're looking at what your expected weight loss could be by having these two procedures. I'm looking at it at a standpoint of I'm kind of judging the high end because I want to tell myself and psych myself up that I am going to do the absolute best in this. So when looking at the numbers, I'm expected within 2 years of after this procedure, I could go from 500, if let's say just 500 pounds, because if I want to be I want to have that 100-pound weight loss by the time that I go in for surgery. So let's say I'm at 480, let's say. So if I'm at 480 and you plug the numbers in, I think it tells me that I'm going to be at like the possibility that in 2 years I could be at 236 pounds. I'm just shooting right now. My small goal is to be under 400 pounds. I'll know that I've made it when I step on the scale and it says 399. If it says 399.8, but anything below the 400 mark, because honestly, I can't tell you when I've, been able to say that. The last time that I've been able to say I am, 3 something, and I'm going all the way back to like my high school years. I've always been a big boy, and I've been, obese, since the age of 6 years old. So this is something very huge for me. I wish if you're on your journey and you're catching this video, please comment below. I would love to know what your numbers are and how it projects out for you by using the tool that I'm gonna list for everybody. Leave a comment. I'd love to know what your success is and when your surgery date is, or even if you've already had the surgery, put your numbers below in the comments and let me know. Let's kind of gauge for ourselves and see if what's out there for everybody, not having the surgery yet, but let's see if the numbers match up. Let's see if the percentages match up. So go ahead and leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, as I mentioned, please subscribe. I would love to have you here for the long haul. This is going to be something incredible journey for myself. I'm looking at pictures already now from my progression from when I started back in January until now. I'm super excited about this, guys, and I want to bring you all along for the ride. So I'm gonna close it out as I do with every one of these, and that's to stop making life your excuse and start making life their reason. Thank you.